What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets React, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we are back with another American reaction.
Yup.
We're super excited about this video, guys. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down, hit the red subscribe button, and turn on the post notification bell because we're on the road to 50K. And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family, for real. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
What do you think of us? What is your impression of America?
Okay, so I know that you're not really talking to me because I'm from the U.S. I'm a U.S. immigrant living in Costa Rica, and I've had plenty of opportunities to ask Costa Ricans, like, what do you think of people from the U.S.? And because Ticos, the Costa Ricans, are such nice people, rarely will they say anything terrible. But those who work in customer service in call centers will tell you. It's pretty much a known fact that people from the U.S. act like entitled brats. They do not understand our obsessions with guns. They think that we're rude and that we're loud. And while yes, some people from Costa Rica do dream about living in the US, they dream about the romanticized version of it. They don't actually know what it's like. And I will say the longer I live outside of the United States, I see what the rest of the world sees.
I wish that they would start talking about classes.
Okay.
It will make such a huge difference on how they feel about Americans.
Yes.
Period. That's what I gotta say.
Definitely. I feel the same way as well. I love what she said at the end. She said the longer she's away, the more she sees what everyone else sees.
Outside looking in. Yeah, definitely.
And it's not pretty. It's a country founded on racism and capitalism. And it's gross.
What do you think of us? What is your impression of America?
Okay, let me explain who I am first. Half Dutch, half Spanish, living in the Netherlands, 100% European. Here we go. America. As a child, it's the place you want to go, okay? It's the place you see in all the movies. It's the place you see in all the music videos. It's where all the crazy things happen. It's where everything that's ever been excited looks like it happens only there.
Mm-hmm.
Not true, but that's, as a kid, you get that image, right? And you kind of set your sights on it. That's the end goal. You want to go to America. That's the best place in the world. Then you grow up. You become an adult. You start looking at life more seriously and more objectively, and then you notice a lot of things going wrong there. Absolute first thing to say about America, guns, bro. Like, stop. There's a reason only 3 countries in the world have that same structure to right to bear arms bullshit, and 2 of those 3 are not first world countries. So, food for thought. Just saying. Your economy is absolutely gone to shit. I mean, the amount of money you have to spend on college or any education really is beyond absurdly high. It's stupid. We got student loans, but it's a drop in the bucket compared to what y'all have to pay for school, and that just goes to show how...
Hold on, wait a minute. I thought Europe had free college, which is y'all university. So what is the point of student loans?
Well, that's something to look into. That's something definitely for you guys to drop in the comment section.
Yeah, okay. The first I heard that.
Well, absolutely fucked your economy is. The fact that, like, how many tips you gotta give in restaurants anytime you go out because the waitstaff is so criminally underpaid that they can't sustain themselves if you don't just cover the difference between what they get paid by the employer and what you gotta give them. Just saying, like, healthcare. Oh my god. Dude, seriously?
For real.
Healthcare is absolutely gone to even further of a shit than your economy because the bills that come out of hospitals there, nah, man. Like, you've seen how many other countries have this perfectly under control. I'm not afraid to go to the hospital. I can go whenever the fuck I want. I'm covered by paying like $100 a month in healthcare insurance. Like, that's it. I'm covered. No fear whatsoever. And yeah, so, just to name a few, because I don't want to rant for too long, I'm just saying, like, as far as the people go, the Americans themselves, there's good people and bad people, like in every other country, right?
True.
We got good and bad people. The next country got good and bad people. Y'all have good and bad people. But the general image of Americans, the stereotypical Americans, honestly, I'm sorry, but it's not a very good image. It's kind of like close-minded, prone to like anger a lot, and like a little bit too proud of a country you did absolutely nothing to build up. You know, it's like, yeah, your forefathers did, not you. So don't. I'm just saying.
And if you know anybody outside of America, please tag them.
That last statement can go a lot of different ways, but yeah,
it can.
I've learned to see, when people say Americans are this, how you say it earlier, class.
Yeah. Gotta go by the class, y'all.
Everybody is not the same.
Facts.
We wouldn't be doing these videos if we were closed-minded. And y'all know me. I'm not going to agree with something that just simply isn't true. That's like a stereotype.
And I recommend you not to do that either.
Yes. So a lot of times I get looked at on our channel as being closed-minded because I speak facts. I'm not going to agree with something that has not been true for our life.
That's because you're not a coward.
Exactly. Because who going to pop me, boo?
Okay. No, seriously, like, people that always are quick to be yes men and just agree with everything, they're scared to stand up. You know what I'm saying? So that is looked at as a coward. But it's really not talked about. But it is something that people need to look into. Like, if you got a voice and you feel like something's wrong, say something no matter what it is. I don't care if you seeing your child with a shoe on the other foot and he going to school like that because you just too lazy or don't want to say it. Like, just say something. Like, that was just that was really not needed to say. But it was out there. It came out.
What do you think of us?
Your seemingly contradictory ability to be completely obsessed with yourself and totally oblivious of yourself at the same time is somewhat impressive. And the amount of pro-nationalist American propaganda that the average American seems to regard as totally normal is frankly worrying. I mean, the fact that you have the need to put the flag on almost every street corner, and you have a picture of the president in almost every classroom. Every time someone...
Every classroom.
Listen, okay, as Americans, you know, I respect people who do that. Let them put their flags up. That don't hurt or kill. They don't do anything wrong for a person to just have a high respect. You know what I'm saying? For their country. That's it.
Yes, but that's not the average American. Growing up, even now, I've never had an American flag hanged in my home. Right. And that's not to say that, you know, I that you don't value it? Yeah, that's not to say I don't value my country. That's not to say, you know, that I love my country. It's just not, it's not a picture on the wall. Yes, Obama was hanged up in our house.
I had him on a shirt.
And on a shirt, because that was our first black president that gave, you know...
First and only.
Yes.
Real talk, like, so that's...
Hopefully not the only.
At the moment, but, you know.
That was that gave hope to young black boys and girls.
To say, hey, you know what? Whatever you thinking you can do in life, look high, because there's a president that's running your country, so you can be that one day if you just... believe in yourself. And we don't have that opportunity to see images of black men or black women in very, very high, what's my word I'm looking for? Positions.
Yeah, high positions.
You know what I'm saying? So,
like our vice president, there's a black woman vice president. You know, that gives us hope. I've never ever seen a president hanged up in schools. I've never ever seen that.
Never. I seen little small flags that teachers. That's and then again, that's you know what I'm saying.
But
it don't hurt
that's
nobody.
for the Pledge of Allegiance,
right? So
you know, and again, that's controversial. The Pledge of Allegiance, and we didn't even know that we were one of the few countries that do a Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. But being open-minded, because we are open-minded.
Right. If we wasn't open-minded, you guys, a lot of these comments that we would have would be like really just cringing, getting angry. Right. Probably wouldn't even be doing this video right now.
Exactly. Being open-minded, learning about other cultures, what other people think of us. Because, you know, the type of people we are. We're not the average American, okay? Because 9 times out of 10, when you're talking about the average American, you're not even talking about us.
Right. Personally, me, I love opinions. Yeah. I think just listening to other people's thoughts and what they feel and think about it doesn't make me look at them differently. It just helps me understand where they stand in their mentality, and it gets me, in a position to say certain things to help them better their knowledge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just, we're in a helpful position. So and that's what we're going to always do, be helpful. So being open-minded to other people's opinions is just a good thing to be.
Yes.
Yeah, let's get back at it.
Or throws a ball, you have to stop and sing the national anthem first. And you seem to regard questioning or criticizing your military as a cardinal sin, which is terrifying. I think if more of you traveled the world more, you would find that you have a lot more in common with backwards dictatorships than hopefully you'd be comfortable with.
Tag them. What do you think of us?
Why do they do this? Oh no! Oh
Racism,
no! Who's that guy?
Florida, somebody from Florida.
What is your impression of America?
Okay. I saw this one TikTok and it perfectly described you guys. So you know that cartoon show, TV series, The Avatar? Yeah, that one. You guys are basically the Fire Nation. The leader makes you think you're the greatest in the world and you have the best military power and you have to show it off to the other nations.
We're not that class. I feel like
We
again,
know we
you
don't.
have to have your mindset set on the classes of America.
Yeah, like we're not, and not even the classes. I mean, let's address the elephant in the room. The elephant. The elephant.
The elephant. You said elephant 3 times.
Race. You know, and it sucks to bring that up, but as a black person, I cannot 100% say that America is the greatest country in the world. I just simply cannot.
I mean, that's. I mean, it's how you put it though, baby. Like when you say address the elephant in the room, and then you say, I say it's class, and then when you really take all that down and say it's race, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Just walking down the street, my skin color is seen as a weapon.
Facts.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Fire Nation, I don't think so. I think.
cause who we gonna be? It's been a while since I watched Avatar, but if we're gonna talk about it, I mean, and it's people like us who choose to better our communities in America that would, help America to thrive, open up these conversations, hold people accountable, change laws, policies.
You gotta think about it though, like, and that go back to the last video. If you guys haven't caught up, go check it out. I had made a comment to where I said that we have these presidents that comes in office and they always quick to change what the last president did. So it's never a chain reaction to where it can rain down on everyone that's living in America to make better decisions and grow in a way that we can all financially grow. It's just something changing. Financial aid changing, school system changing. Like, it's just something they're doing that's just always got us backsliding.
Right.
Yeah.
But the other nations don't want you. You start wars, but your leader says it's okay, so you think you're doing good. Even when Aang went to the Fire Nation to school, you had to, stand up for the leader and talk to the leader and stuff like that. You guys do that in school. Also, I look like Lord Farquaad with his hair. Anyways, Americans, now you know you guys are the Fire Nation. But if you move to Europe or anywhere in the world, you are Zuko, and everyone loves Zuko.
No.
I've been waiting for this one. If you don't know me, my name is Ashley, and here are my qualifications. 1, I'm American. 2, no longer lives in America. And let me tell you something, I never pretended like I thought everyone in the world loved Americans, right? We all know that's not true, right? You do know that, right? But it's brutal. I'm not gonna lie, it's brutal. Firstly, they think you're stupid. And to be honest, the longer I live outside of America, the more I agree with them. But before you come at me, let me explain why. For background, I now live in the UK. But yeah, stupid's number 1. 2, we're noisy and we lack complete etiquette, especially at the dinner table. 3, we're over patriotic. Did you know it's against the flag's code to make bedding and clothing out of the American flag? And yet it's everywhere. But also, it wasn't until last year that I realized that no one else pledged allegiance to the flag. And when you really think about it, how culty and like is that? 4.
I don't know. Maybe I think that it's I see that's normal because we grew up around it. And I say it's a level of respect that we have. But when you are on the outside looking in and we're the only ones who's doing that, then you start to think to yourself, like you said one time too, and she just did, it is kind of culty.
Yeah.
It's why? Really,
Yeah, it is. I don't know why. Even, looking back at our history and seeing that we were at one point allied to the Soviet Union, it's what the hell? You know?
Yeah. We have some undiscovered history, though, that only keeps certain people looking at us did you not know?
We looking at us
Did you think that was never suspicious? Know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Self-centered. Like God chose the president, or we were the key factor in winning World War II. 5, we are far too attached to heritage. Why is everyone like 12% Italian? Number 6, why... Will you hold up, Kat?
That's how we be.
Why does the government make decisions for abortions? That's not even like a topic of discussion here. Everyone I talk to about Roe v. Wade over here is so confused why it's even a case. Why it's even in the government's hands at all. 7, why guns? Especially why guns after so many mass shootings, and especially school shootings. 8, why so much rape culture? 9, why so much serial killer culture? But more specifically, the fans, like the collectors of serial killers. Like the murderer's memorabilia kind of thing. And 10, most importantly to the Brits, why do Americans think that they can outdrink anyone else? Especially the Brits.
Oh, we heard about that. Come on.
You can't and you won't. In all honesty, I totally forgot to even mention healthcare, which is a whole nother video on its own.
Whole nother video.
Actually, each one of these points could be a video on its own.
Facts.
Actually, I could make entire videos of each and every one of these points. I'm not saying I agree or disagree with it, but these are just the facts. The facts being what other countries, specifically Brits, think of us Americans. So let me know if you want more parts.
And if you know anybody outside of America...
You know, it's like walking in the classroom and the teacher is teaching everyone that the grass is blue. And we be like, we're not mad that you think that way, but the facts are this. And then the whole class go crazy. Right. And then this, that, and this. I'm be like, yo, let's all just chill and let's just address the elephant in the room, that she's wrong. This is what it is. Or he's wrong. This is what it is. And a lot of times them conversations always go crazy because people just so wired to think that this is what it's supposed to be, or this is how they want it to always be, when it's not that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Please tag them. What do you think of us?
So here's the humble opinion of a Canadian citizen. I may not represent all Canadians, but I do hate the United States of America.
Oh.
It's not their domestic problems like their fascist police state, their racism, their sexism, their homophobia, their transphobia. It's not their non-existent health care or their inaccessible education. Or the fact that their country is built on the foundation of millions of corpses of black and brown and indigenous people. Not their imperialism, dictatorships they've sponsored, the millions they've killed and crippled, the governments they've overthrown and forced to bend to their will. It's not the fact that they've created a military empire that spans the entire globe and keeps us all in line. No, what does it for me is that the American people can live in a country that is so broken and far beyond repair and still somehow think that they are free and protect the so-called freedom of everyone under their boot. So yeah, you guys suck.
What's a really weird thing that your body does that...
Okay, well, sir, that's not exactly us that you hate. You just hate the country.
Yeah, some people don't even know much about it, and they hate the idea of the country because what they,
Yeah, I mean that is a complex issue. He said he don't understand why people stay in the country.
Yeah.
I think the number one reason is in comparison to a lot of citizens of other countries, Americans don't get the opportunity to travel. You know, and if they do get to travel. Well, I can't, again, that's not generalization. A lot of people get to travel, but in comparison to other countries, we don't travel nearly as much as you all do to other countries. So, a lot of the times we don't know what's out there. We don't know that not everybody do a pledge of allegiance to their flag. We don't know that, you know, in other countries, if something happened to us or if we come down with a cough, we can go to the doctor and we won't get this outrageous bill. We don't know. Like, it's a lot of different reasons why Americans stay in America. They'll never grow higher than they know.
Yeah.
You know, at the beginning of us watching these TikToks, we were like, wait, hold up. This not that.
Right.
How y'all came up with that? Oh my God, nobody does that and we do? Like, it was a lot of that, and now, you know, we're more understanding of a lot of different issues that we didn't know at hand. And that's why we're going to continue to watch these videos with you guys to know where we want to travel to. Yeah. And
I got something.
Okay.
I got something, though. You was finished, baby?
Go ahead. I'll finish it if you don't.
Because I'll be forgetting.
Yeah, go ahead.
I be forget. No, I just think that Americans, especially young Americans, my advice to them is to get your money up, credit, passport at the earliest age as possible. Yes. And that way, and always be open-minded to life. Never think that each side of the leaf is the same color. It changes. Yes. So, yeah.
Yes, and don't just, travel to have a good time. Travel to truly immerse yourself in other cultures so that you can know what's out there.
That's life.
We, late 20s, Jesus.
Oh, gosh.
Early 30s.
Don't get emotional.
But, we haven't had the opportunity to travel outside of the country.
Right.
For different reasons. Not work. Because last time y'all was like, because y'all work too much. Y'all can't
get a chance
y'all
to have
don't know
fun.
what we do in our personal life. Y'all don't know. Like, we got things planned. But our children who are under the age of 1, all of our children are under the age of 10. Okay? Our children will have passports before... Well, this year. They'll have passports this year, and they'll be able to, be well-traveled, well-cultured people who may not choose to stay in America. But as I've shared before, and not just speaking on me, but speaking on Dion as well, my great-grandmother, who is still alive, her mom is an immigrant, okay? My grandmother moved here for a reason. And I'm glad that she chose America because
right.
Going back to the jungle, I believe if I was a person who, had a good life and I was to move to America and experience all the racism, although that's everywhere, all of, not having health care, the school system and all of that, I would crumble. But because I'm from America and because we have such harsh realities, I can thrive anywhere. You understand?
Because of the jungle.
Because of the jungle. Yeah. And I know you may choose you don't want to be a part of the jungle. But as for me, it's helped my life. So that when I do, I'm going to stop.
Nah, that's a good conversation to have, though. Because you can go real deep into that.
Yeah.
I can definitely go off of that.
But I'm grateful for YouTube.
Yeah,
honestly,
100%.
Because our children are going to be so much better off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah. That's all I'm saying. So, we hope you all enjoyed this video. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you would like to support the channel that way. And if you would like to join the channel as a VIP member, you can do that as well.
Yes, you can.
Our mailing address is in the description box below. We'll see you soon.